I'm going to show you my store food cupboard ingredients that has helped me on my journey to lose 114 pounds. Stay with me, guys. Hi guys, thanks for joining me here today on this video. So I am following the Weight Watchers plan, and I also do intermittent fasting as a lifestyle. Food is a really important part of the journey for me, and by filling up on nutritious whole foods and by filling up on really nutritious, tasty and easy and simple foods, it has really made the difference to helping me lose 114 pounds on the Weight Watchers plan. So today guys, I'm going to delve into my store cupboards and I'm going to show you the sort of foods that I always have in and that really supports me on my journey. So are you ready? Stay with me guys. So guys, I'm going to just dip straight in at random, no particular order, on the type of things that I always have in my store cupboard, and as I go through, I'll explain how I use them. So my first thing is kidney beans. I always have kidney beans in. I also have things like cannellini beans and chickpeas. I haven't got any in the tins at the moment, so I do need to stock up on those. But beans are really useful because I use them to make mixed bean chilies. They're also great for those salads, but also fantastic for bulking out stews and curries and just dishes if you just want it to go further. So I always have my beans in. Black beans is another one that I always have in again, but these are brilliant along with the kidney beans for putting in sweet dishes as well. So making things like, I do a black bean chocolate cake. The recipe is on the WW app, the Weight Watchers app, using black beans. Absolutely delicious. I also use things like black-eyed beans. Sometimes when I'm doing my Caribbean rice and peas, I will also use black beans. I'll also use, the black-eyed beans. I also use kidney beans as well if I'm doing like a Jamaican style rice and peas. Other things that I always have in is soups. So I have tomato soup because I love the taste of it and it's so warming and hearty. So sometimes I'll just have a tin of this for lunch. But I also like to have cream of chicken or a chicken soup. They're great on their own, but I love to use it. If I'm making a pie, like a chicken pie, I will use a tin of chicken soup as the sauce and it works beautifully. Yeah, so always got a couple of these in. I love mackerel, absolutely love mackerel. So I've always got a couple of tins of mackerel in my cupboard. And I will just I always get these in tomato sauce and I'll just fry some onions and some peppers, some garlic, a little bit of chili, and then I'll pop in one of these and cook it through, and it makes an absolutely wonderful dish. Serve it with rice and you've got a beautiful dish. So always got those in. I like to keep baked beans, and these are more for when my grandchildren come, more so than me. So I often have this in for them, but also sometimes I just like a baked potato with beans. So great option there, and it's a really quick meal. Corned beef, love my corned beef. If I'm doing like a corned beef hash or Caribbean style bully beef, got to have the corned beef, so I always keep that in. This on the Weight Watchers, I think it's 5 points for a quarter of the tin, and I will just make it stretch so it becomes a really voluminous meal by adding in the onion, well, cooking down my onions, carrots and cabbage, shredded cabbage, and then stirring in this. Absolutely delicious when it's all nicely seasoned. I've also got a tin of black beans as well. Again, these are brilliant for those beans, salads, mixed bean chilies, and also cake and cookies as well. You could, on the Weight Watchers app, these absolutely brilliant ingredient. It's a great alternative to flour as well. So you can make those cakes and cookies gluten-free with your black beans. Always got passata, always, if I'm making sauces, yeah, those dishes that I like a lot of sauce in, always got to have passata. And always have got to have chopped tomatoes, always got some of those in. If you've ever seen any of my food shop hauls, you'll know that sometimes I'll just pick up one random one because they're just so essential for my cupboard. Tuna fish, always have those in. I'm never without them. Tuna just makes, I just find that it's one of those filler foods. If I'm making a salad, I will just add some tuna with a bit of mayo or salad cream, and that will be my protein source. Sometimes I will be a bit fancy and make like tuna fritters or tuna burgers. I find that it's such an affordable way to get fish protein in. So yeah, brilliant. I also love it if I'm doing say a baked potato. I will have a bit of tuna and mayo on that, or tuna mayo and sweet corn, and also pasta as well. Tuna pasta, absolutely delicious. There's just so many dishes to use tuna in, maybe even a pasta bake with tuna in it. There's loads, so always got tuna in. I also like to keep in a couple of tins of potatoes. These are peeled new potatoes. And a little tip for you guys is drain them, rinse them, season them, and just drizzle a little oil over them and pop them in the air fryer. Oh my days, absolutely delicious. So yeah, always got a couple of tins of these in because it just bulks out a meal. You do have to point these. In fact, most of the other thing that I showed you, with the exception of the mackerel and the corned beef, everything else is 0. So these are pointed as well, but beautiful easy addition if you want that carb base to your meals. Delicious. Peanut butter, love peanut butter, and sometimes I will just spread peanut butter like on the Snacker Jack, or on a Ryvita or some crisp bread, and it just makes a really lovely treat. It's crunchy, it's got that texture. Oh, sorry, no, this isn't peanut butter. Sorry, this one's the peanut butter. You can see there, that is peanut butter. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. I love it. This is nearly finished. But yeah, it's going to give you the texture, the taste, that little bit of sweetness, a little bit of decadence. So I do like it. And I always go for the crunchy. I like the texture of the crunchy peanut butter. But this one is almond butter. So very similar to peanut butter, but instead of peanuts, this contains almonds. And almonds is so good for our health. It contains a lot more nutrients than peanuts. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. So spread it on toast, spread it on a crisp bread, anything like that. You're going to get a really lovely treat with that. Now this is something I bought at Christmas. It's not something that I have as a regular, but I bought that as a treat. I've still not even opened it. But I saw a recipe on the Ryvita website where they'd put a little bit of peanut butter, and almond butter will be fine, and they just drizzled a little bit of chocolate spread on the top, and it looked so delicious. So I thought I would try it, but I've not opened this one yet. So yeah, but that's there for me to try in the future. So looking forward to trying that. Other things that I always have is my Ryvita. You know how much I love my Ryvita, and this one is the multi-grain crisp bread. I don't eat a lot of bread, but I do like a crisp bread with those nuts and the seeds. I like the crunch, I like the texture. So yeah, always got these in, and this is great as I say for topping with you know, peanut butter or chocolate spread, or even savoury things like cream cheese with a bit of ham or salmon. It's just I love it, love it. So this is one of my absolute go-tos. I like soup, and I've got an absolute massive stash of soups that I've cooked fresh in the freezer, but I also like to keep cuppa soups in. This is a potato and leek flavour. These are fantastic. If I see them on offer, then I usually pick some up. And they come in these little sachets, so it's great to take with me if I'm going out somewhere. And I just need hot water. Just pour the content of this in a cup and pour some hot water on it if I've got access to salt and pepper. Job done. But you know, it's a really quick and easy meal, and these are 4 points on the Weight Watchers plan. So yeah, really love having these in, and they last for ages, seeing as you know they're all in the packet, so we've always got those in. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you some of my dried ingredients that I always have. So this is my chickpeas. This is dried, so I do like to have dried beans in, dried chickpeas. I bought, I think it was 1.5 kilos of dried chickpeas, and it cost me £1. And these are standard in all supermarkets, Tesco's, Asda, Morrison's, £1. And it just saves so much money. So, you know, a tin, like a standard tin like that, or a standard tin of beans, it's going to cost you about 69-70 pence or more. But you're going to get so much more when it's dried. So what I do is I will just take out the quantity that I need. I will just soak it in water for at least an hour, preferably overnight. It rehydrates, and then I would just boil it and cook it the same way I would with a fresh tin of or tin of chickpeas. So always have these in. I've got lentils as well. These are my green lentils, as you can see. Again, usually just soak them when I want to use them, and then they're good to go. They're great in soups and stews, just again to bulk out and thicken out different dishes. It just makes it go that bit further. And then also got this one. This is like a barley mix. I'll just take the lid off for you. There's all sorts of things in this one. There you go, you can see there. There's all sorts of things. There's barley and lentils and sweet corn, all sorts of things. So, now is it sweet corn? No, I don't think it's sweet corn. I think it's lentils, green lentils, yellow lentils, rye and barley. That's what it is, not sweet corn. So all of these different things, and these are, oh my days, the perfect when you want that thick, warming and hearty stew. But also if you're doing a slow cooker dish, just pop a little bit of this in. It's going to swell, it's going to thicken, it's going to be absolutely dishes hearty and warming. I also have my container of seeds. You can see here. Let's just show you. This is a mix of pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and some flax seeds as well. So perfect to put in my yogurts. If I'm making like flapjacks, biscuits, cakes, anything like that, that is absolutely brilliant. I also use it when I'm doing my overnight oats as well, and just to get some in. Absolutely fantastic for just bulking up with those seeds and getting that extra, those micronutrients in. So yeah, here I've got another pot, and this is my sesame seeds. So great for just sprinkling on top of dishes when they're cooked, but also I can use them as a seed with my overnight oats as well. I've also got here some coconut. You can see there on the label, coconut. This is dried, desiccated coconut. Again, perfect when I'm making those overnight oats. Or if I'm making, say like pancakes, and I just want that extra texture and that extra sweetness, brilliant. brilliant, absolutely fantastic. And then I've got here just a tiny little bit of panko breadcrumbs, and these are brilliant for if I'm sort of wanting to get that crunch and that crispy texture on things like salmon or chicken fingers, things like that. Absolutely brilliant. It's always got a little bit of that in. Other things I've got is oats. I use a lot of oats, and I've got 2 tubs. So that one is full and this tub is nearly finished. So always have my oats. These, again, brilliant for, now lots of people use them for things like porridge and baked oats. But I like my oats for overnight oats. But it's also great if I'm baking for cookies, for when I'm making pancakes as well. So it's a really, really great filler, high in fibre, and it's going to really support that feeling of feeling fuller for longer. So yeah, always got loads of those in. So I've got a tub of dried fruit here, and my dried fruit always like to keep when I'm baking, but also when if I'm say like doing an overnight oat, or I'm just having some plain yogurt, sometimes I just want that little hint of sweetness, then a little bit of dried fruit will really make that difference. It just levels it up from being plain to really sweet and a little bit of decadent. So I'm type 2 diabetic, so I don't have too much. Maybe just a teaspoon worth will work for me. And then I've got some popcorn kernels. These are 0 on the standard plan for Weight Watchers, but if they are pointed if you're on the diabetic plan. And these kernels, they last for absolute ages. And again, a kilo I think cost me like £1.20, so it goes a long way. So I will just take out like maybe a tablespoon, pop it in a container, spray it with a bit of oil, pop it in the microwave, and within a couple of minutes it's popping, job done. Yeah, so always handy to have on hand. A few of the things I've got, guys, is I've got a separate jar of these are seeds, and these are sunflower seeds. Again, great to sprinkle on salads, and also I'll put them in my overnight oats as well. And then I also have golden flax seeds. You can just see there's only a little bit left, but golden flax seeds, so I really need to buy some more and top this up. But these are so nutrient dense. They're this beautiful golden colour, but they are so nutrient dense with all those essential micronutrients. Really, really good for the body. And then in this one I've got some chia seeds, and chia seeds, these tiny little seeds are a powerhouse. They are so nutrient dense, it's unreal. It is like an ultimate superfood. You can pop these in some milk and they just swell and thicken, and it becomes like a pudding, a chia seed pudding. But I like just to sprinkle them over my yogurt when I'm doing my overnight oats, mix them into my pancakes, mix them in when I'm baking cookies and cakes. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, super rich food. What else have I got? I've got this little jar of chocolate chips, and I use these again on my overnight oats if I want a little bit of sweetness, but also sometimes in the day if I just want just a little hint of chocolate or sweetness, I will just take a tiny little handful, maybe a teaspoon. This is dark chocolate, and I just get these from the baking section in the supermarket, and they're much richer and darker. They're much richer than like the milk chocolate, so I ultimately end up literally just having a tiny little bit. And because they come in these tiny little drops, you can see there, I would just have one or maybe 3 or 4 and job done. Lovely. And there you go, guys. That is my store cupboard. Now, I have built this up for a long time, but if you're getting going on your Weight Watchers journey, I would just say focusing on that zero food list. Focusing on the chicken and the fish, or if you're vegetarian or vegan, focusing on the tofu and the tempeh, and also the fruits and veggies. I forgot to show you my fruits. Let me just show you them. And here's the fruit bowl. Yeah, lots of fruits and veggies. Well, lots of fruits in there. And most of my veggies I tend to have frozen in the freezer. So yeah, guys, if you were just starting on your Weight Watchers journey and you want to build up a collection of foods, then just go for the store cupboard ingredients, such as your chicken, your fish, your tofu or your tempeh, fruit and your veggies, and just a few of the key spices, salt and pepper, maybe a little bit of chili powder. Paprika is also a really nice one, and also things like your oats if you want to make pancakes or overnight oats, also that milk or the yogurt if you have that, and something like cinnamon is a really lovely spice to go for. So and also if you're going to be cooking down things, go for things like your onions, your white onions or your red onions, whichever you prefer. I tend to like white onions and shallots when I'm cooking, and red onions when I'm making salads. There is a slight difference in the texture and the taste. And then always like those tins of tomatoes and passata, but also those mixed beans can go such a long way. So and also have a couple of things like a tin soup or packet soup, and bread or crisp breads to tie it over. So those are the sort of things that I would suggest to get going on your to get started. So yeah, lean into those to get you started. So guys, I hope that little tour of my store cupboard was of value to you. If so, then give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, leave me a comment, tell me what is in your store cupboard. Do you have similar items or is it very different? Do let me know. And also, if you're not subscribed to this channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified as and when I upload more videos. Also guys, if you would like to support this channel, the best way that you can do it is to watch another video, either this one coming up here or the one right at the end. I will also leave some suggestions in the comment section below. So yeah, I look forward to your support and seeing this channel grow and develop. Okay guys, that is it from me, and I will see you very soon. Take care now. Bye.